This is V Charmaine Road with FIE's Junkanoo Rush. Feel it in your belly.
Hi, this is V Charmaine Rowe, and welcome to FIE's Junkanoo Rush. Feel it in your belly. Folks, today I am sitting amongst queens of Junkanoo. And why I say queens, as you can see from the camera, we are all queens. Tonight we're going to ask the ladies to introduce themselves, starting with Miss Natasha Lightborn, and you can let us know which group that you are affiliated with.
Hi, I'm Natasha Lightborn Dillett, and I'm affiliated with the Music Makers.
Good night, all. I'm Christina Muffin Fernanda, first female vice chair of the Great One Family.
I'm Angelique McKay, and I am a She-Hawk from Genesis.
I am Lakeisha Bostrick, and I am from Colors.
Hi, I'm Fanarin Hannah, and I am from the Warhawk Nation, Genesis.
I'm Kendall Campbell Moss from the world famous Shell Saxon Superstars.
Hi everyone, I'm Theodora Teddy Cartwright, and I'm from Roots Junkanoo Group, Roots in the Morning.
Folks, you heard that. We have a variety of ladies here today, and our first subject will be on the role of women in Junkanoo. Ladies, this could be rough, eh? This could be, listen, this could be rough. The role of women in Junkanoo. Now we're going to just throw this out there. I know sometimes in the Junkanoo world, guys think that women belong dancing, eh? You know, we don't belong dancing. Behind every good solid man is a well-rounded, decent woman holding him up, eh?
That's right.
And when you get on that Bay Street, if it wasn't for the women there, what would have happened, eh? So let's elaborate on that, ladies. Let's talk about the role of women in Junkanoo. Now, Christina said earlier that she is one of the leaders, and here Teddy is also a co-leader of a Junkanoo group. Back in the day, you could have never heard of women being as a deputy leader. Let's elaborate on that a little bit. Let's go to Muff first, and let her talk about that.
In this male-dominated field of Junkanoo, most groups' leaders are men. As of last year, us females, we turned that around.
Stepped it up. Stepped
Up our game,
Stepped
and
it
we
up.
started to come into the leadership role in groups, not just chairmans, vice chairmans, but we have females in PR, accounts, choreography, which most men feel that that's the only spot we belong in, shaking up. But we have brains, beauty, and talent.
Of course,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yes.
Of course. Now we're gonna let Teddy tell us a little bit about her role in Roots as being high up in the executive part of that group.
Well, as someone who has had a bit of a leadership role in most aspects of my life, when I walked into Junkanoo, I walked in, as most of us other ladies, in choreography. But I went to the forefront of that, took lead, and I also shared a dual role for a number of years as group secretary. I did PR as well, took different roles, and over the years, I was very pleased to find out that people, a lot of males in the group, trusted my capability, my ability to be able to do things for them, run things on behalf of them, make proposals on behalf of them, and I was actually asked to run for deputy chair of Roots Junkanoo Group in 2014. I was honored, actually wasn't thinking about doing it, but I was so honored that I decided to take it on. And still being fully supported today, and actually my most favorite part of the group now is the back line.
Excellent. And listen, folks, all of the women that you see at this table, at some point we started somewhere in Junkanoo. Because I myself started in the shack 2 Fowler Street with my father, Churchill Road. So I played a vivid part in every aspect from pacing to rushing to marshalling. Eventually, I got a little bit tired of marshalling and I ventured into the judging system. And I went into the judging system. From there, I was in charge of the judges, and then I became the deputy chairman of the parade management team. So all of us have a vital role, and I can tell you one thing: without a woman's touch, nothing will function properly. Now I know Kenny here, my good decent friend over here in the pink shirt from the Sox thing. Hello, the verified woman.
Hi.
All right, let's talk to Kenny a little bit. Kenny, tell us a little bit about that. What you do in the Saxons?
Well, as a part of the Shell Saxon Superstars, I'm responsible for public relations. I'm responsible for all the marketing, anything that has to happen in terms of corporate Bahamas. I'm responsible for that. So we just take the role on. You take the role on. You establish what has to be done. You organize. You disseminate. You distinguish what has to be done for the group as a whole, and you make it happen.
Well, I must say, from Kenny as being in charge of the marketing of Saxons being seen everywhere, and I mean she's doing an excellent job. And trust me, my girl, she ain't scared to talk.
No,
she like
no,
me.
no.
She ain't scared to talk.
No, that's the group.
Now we can go over there to that first year who's supposed to be Junkanoo commander here tonight. I don't know where. But anyway, we right over there in the block to item Junkanoo. She promised me one of them shirt too. I ain't get it yet. But anyhow, Angelique, tell us a little bit about yourself and the role that you play.
Well, seeing that you mentioned the Junkanoo Commandos, we'll go there. I'm also a part of Genesis, the newest, most magnificent group that's going.
Anyhow, everybody is the Saxons. Everybody magnificent here. Let's let Angelique finish off.
When she's talking about the role and leadership role of women in Junkanoo, I'm the CEO and project manager for the Junkanoo Commandos. And the Junkanoo Commandos is an international organization that was founded based on the principles of uplifting our brothers and sisters and creating the bond amongst members from different groups. The membership of the Junkanoo Commandos is Valley Boys, Saxons, Roots, One Family, and Genesis. So it's from 5 different organizations that makes up the membership.
That's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely. So you see, all of us can still be from different organizations, but still gel together to make this thing the most amazing festival of culture in the world. Now we're gonna go next on to Lakeisha. Lakeisha is all the way from Colors. Colors in the house. And listen, I don't know if you all see this, but look at all this color on this table. We got red, white, green, yellow, aqua. We got a combination of colors in here. So we're gonna go to Colors now and let Lakeisha tell us a little bit about herself and her group.
Well, I'm also on the executive board. I've been on the executive board for Colors for the last 7 years. I am the section lead for the choreograph section. And being on the exec board, yes, sometimes you end up sitting in a male-dominated meeting, but we do get our voices heard, we make decisions, and we try to make sure that the group remembers that we do have women involved in the parade. We do have women involved in the group. So yes, you have to be sensitive to a lot of things that we as women emotionally, physically go through. Yeah. And we make sure that this is what our roles are. Our roles are to teach the men that yes, we have to understand each other. Just like I have to understand you, they have to understand me.
That's a nurturing feeling. Now, we up next in this pink shirt. This pink shirt representing Genesis. And folks, you all notice this little pink thing on the side of my face. We, all these women in here, represent the cure for cancer. My mother passed almost 12 to 14 years ago with cancer. And still today I get goosebumps right now. Because if she had seen me on TV, she'd been running all around the room. And even my lashes are representing pink today. To represent the fight for the cure. So we're gonna now switch to Fern, because the last name is a little bit too long for me. We're going to Fern to talk about her role in her group in Genesis.
Yes, my role, thank you, Shami, my role is something more so that you don't usually ever see in Junkanoo. With the mighty She-Hawks and the
She-Hawks.
Yes, we are She-Hawks.
She-Hawks.
And that's what we branded ourselves. We, what I like about Genesis and the new the new movement is that oftentimes you usually have segregation between choreographed, naked dancers, etc. But we have a unique body of females that are made up of professional women, and they come together from all facets of life, and they bring so much value and they bring so much core values to Junkanoo. And one fundamental thing that I love and that I absolutely can brag about my organization is we are organized. I am the head for partnership and sponsorship. Everybody know in the Junkanoo world that that is critical, that is fundamental, and stemming from my professional background, that is something that my management company do. That's what we do. We go ahead and we solicit funds, and yes, I'm proud to say Genesis will be there for the first time ever with over 7 major sponsors.
Okay, folks, you have heard from all the ladies in our first segment, and we will be right back.
FIE's Junkanoo Rush, sponsored by Kia, the power to surprise. Available at Stanton Motors, Thompson Boulevard, Oakfield. A full lineup of SUV, sedans, and commercial trucks. Telephone numbers 326-001304 or 32-66377. Stanton Motors Limited, Thompson Boulevard, Oakfield.
Fix It Enterprises. Your problem is our business. You see it, find it, and solve it.
Welcome back to FIE's Junkanoo Rush. Folks, this segment we're going to talk about stigmatization and what stigma means. So I can throw that over there at my girls here, and we can take that by the balloon and start talking about stigma. Let's talk about that, ladies, in Junkanoo today. How do you feel with the stigma that is attached to women in Junkanoo? Let's talk about that. It's on the floor.
As you can see from this table, we all hold our own in our Junkanoo worlds, in our different organizations. So it's up to us to make sure that the women that we attract to our organizations have the same values that we have, and understand where our groups are going, and understand what we're trying to do. See, I personally believe, and this is just my personal belief, that Junkanoo in general can be a learning tool for anybody.
Yes.
Can be a learning tool for the men in Junkanoo, for the boys in Junkanoo, for the girls in Junkanoo, also for the females in Junkanoo. That's my personal belief. So therefore, yes, Junkanoo has a lot of stigmatisms attached to it in terms of females. You wild, you're loose, you're someone give you number.
Very I can piggyback on what she's saying because coming from a private school background and being involved in Junkanoo, my private school and university grads friends never could imagine me participating in Junkanoo. They always think that it was something of a ghetto kind of concept. They always think it's something loose. We shouldn't even hit on the church because you are a part of the church. You're not considered a Christian if you are going to participate in that. But I so concur with Keish because our organization, if we are critical in who we attract to the group because we believe in nation building. And in believing in nation building as females, we have to also take the younger ladies under our wings and say, no, this is how you do this. Because oftentimes, we find these persons being attracted to the group that really don't have real role models.
Real family
feeling. And exactly, and that is what is so important right now. We can't change what the women did back in the day. And of course, it was not all that it wasn't all bad and it wasn't all good. But what we can do as young ladies now and in this day and this time is what we're trying to do at Genesis is to build a certain type of young lady, a role model of a young lady. It's okay to be educated, pretty, and good, and beautiful.
Beauty and brains.
And rush Junkanoo.
Beauty and brains.
Exactly.
Let me just say this here real quick. You know, Junkanoo is still on the books as a nuisance.
Yes.
A nuisance. And so when you hear people talk about it being a nuisance, man, listen, this show say feel it in your belly. Every time I say that, I get goosebumps.
Yes.
A nuisance? Would my ancestors cross that high sea to come here and make a call for me to know when to enjoy myself? A nuisance? Anyway.
And you're only allowed those 2 times to enjoy yourself.
2 times! We got it all year round now, every day because we jumping away.
That's right.
Well, if I may, notably, the very first woman in Junkanoo was Maureen DeValier.
Yes.
And if we must understand that the amalgamation of women in Junkanoo has taken a very pivotal role. There was once a time, Fern and I both started out with the Shell Saxon Superstars as very little children.
Yeah.
And I'm still with the group. Of course, she's gone on to Genesis. But even in terms of us separating and going our different ways, we have to remember that when people see us on the streets, they associate us directly. Well, she's a Saxon, Muffin is a one family, Teddy is Roots, so they know who we are. So it's all in the way you carry yourself. Now, your private life is no longer your private life. Your private life spills over into your public. Now, anyone that knows me, you know 2 things you don't fool with.
You're Saxon! Just to let y'all know, we invited another group here tonight too. And you see who we had to the table? One group didn't show up, so I ain't want nobody talking. But this one couldn't show. Because like I say already, I for everybody. Everybody. We trying to move this thing to another level to let the public become aware how awesome this thing is, what we call Junkanoo, how awesome we can market this to the world and make this the greatest festival in the world.
That's correct.
Okay?
But it is.
And one thing,
It is the greatest festival.
One thing-
This is one of the top 10 festivals.
around
in
the
the
world.
world.
That's right.
So,
And one thing I loved about, sorry Teddy, one thing I always loved about Junkanoo, although they say and they criticized us back in the day, you still hear the echo, Queens, you still hear the echo, come on Kenny, Superstars, you still hear the echo,
The super.
Diamonds,
Super.
right.
Yeah, the fiction mode says super. Super.
And you hear these, we had to rally up from beneath and bring ourselves to the level where you could afford to think and consider us this way. We'll prove you wrong. And these ladies around the table with me have proven everybody wrong.
Everybody. But I can tell you one thing, I know what the Saxons, my girl here, they will rush in you, over you, around you. Listen, when you hear the Saxons coming, and listen, they can hold a parade here, they can hold up a parade.
Listen, but Charlie, listen to me.
That's fine.
When you hear the melodious sounds of the Shell Saxon
The melodious.
when you hear us coming out the gate, you have nothing else to do.
What else you want to do? One family.
Now listen, there's actual footage of me in the People Music Live. When we had executive meeting, they said, well, I know that person is. The music is
Because the music
Listen, hold on.
Then we had our music
Don't forget now, all of this originated from
music makers.
Yes.
the whole
That's still in existence today.
Yes,
And we have a lot of firsts. We had brought brass to Junkanoo. We introduced it with the first group to
And guess who brought that brass? Emma Esther Roll, my grandmother. Female, bring the first thing, the Bay Street with the rake and straight saw. If y'all didn't know that. Emma Esther Roll of Black Point Exoma. Talk that. A woman. And that's where I get all my spiciness from. I can ring the straw too, you know. Ring the bell too and beat the drum, you know.
Even that
Get it
drum.
right.
Music makers introduced.
While there's a competition on Bay Street, off the parades, many of us work together. We go to different churches, we are childhood friends. You see, so Yes, the competition is for Bay Street, but
Right.
other than that, most persons in Junkanoo
It's only for Bay Street.
friends, families. We have families in different groups.
Of course.
Our children.
That's right.
Now when you see
Although mine
when you
can't come
see
in my
9:59 next 9:59 in December,
Whoa.
we ain't no friend. We ain't no friend, and nobody better ask me to give them no candy or no water because it's
No,
water.
you candy.
Candy.
No, you can't.
You better get your own candy, baby.
Candy.
You better get your own candy.
Muffin.
Muffin, I have a candy for you.
I am a warrior,
Muffin
and my
candy.
son's father's roots. But I always tell him, you want to look good? Yeah, so you gonna rush with mommy.
Mommy always wins.
Boots has always been on the map for a while with being able to put women out there. Put a
Yes,
certain
yes,
level,
yes.
a certain caliber of
Yes.
female participation out there. And I'd like to say that I'm very proud to be one of the persons who was on the road from the very onset of females being out there in choreography in a totally professional presentation, showing the Bahamas and the world that professional women, well-trained dancers, ladies who carry themselves a certain way and are not going to participate in some of the other things that are going on sometimes on the fringes of parades, were on the road and proud to be there, proud to be representing not just the group, but also the country. And we've continued to try to push that. Even in some of our code of conduct, some of our ethics, some of our basic guidelines for the group, we stipulate that you should want to be successful, that you should push to succeed in life, that you should look for development, that you should want to be here happy to be a lady, a roots lady. And I have seen from that and all of the other growth and development in other jumping groups that it is something that's spreading and it's all over now.
That's absolutely wonderful. Folks, we will be right back with more FIE's Junkanoo Rush. Feel it in your belly. I know you.
Fix It Enterprises. Your problem is our business. You see it, find it, and solve it.
FIE's Junkanoo Rush. Sponsored by Kia, the power to surprise. Available at Stanton Motors, Thompson Boulevard, Oakfield. A full lineup of SUV, sedans, and commercial trucks. Telephone numbers 326-001304 or 32-66377. Stanton Motors Limited, Thompson Boulevard, Oakfield.
Welcome back to FIE's Junkanoo Rush. Folks, we are talking now about costuming. Costuming. And let me tell you something. That lady over there in the red. Listen to me. Every Boxing Day morning, I'd be looking to see what Muff can bring out.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. You go in the museum, I think Central Bank had some.
Yes.
But if you go down there in the museum and check it out, my girl just stupid. She on flip like the old people say. You know, I can't pronounce that properly, but anyway. Muff is a person that steps out of the bus.
Yeah.
Out of the box, I should say, sorry. And we always talk about Junkanoo. I always say it's theatrical. My girl had one costume one year with them candy, them Skittles. And she had me skittling all over Bay Street.
Yes.
And last year, with her son, God rest his soul, my girl come with this Chinese thing. I was like, well, blow me down. I almost, anyway, we get the Muff now, so Muff could talk a little bit about these costumes. Because let me tell you something, this girl just come to slaughter you. See Candy talking with Saxon is coming to slaughter you. Muff just come to take off your head.
Well, I really got my start. I started off with the Saxons.
That's all I wanted to say.
I got my start because my brother's costume was pasted the wrong color. And so my father asked me, you want to rush? Oh, hell yeah. spent 10 years in the Saxons, moved on to One Family in 1993, went into choreograph. Yes, it was fun, and then you have, like 40 girls in the same thing, but I wanted to branch out into more, and so I left choreograph and I went into free dancing. Because
Have you ever won any free dance? Have you ever placed?
I placed third once.
Well, these people must be cockeyed.
Yeah,
I always thinking you must even
looking for her.
I really don't put on the numbers much.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
For me, it's not about entering the competition and winning. I just like designing, I like creating, and I like going out there and blowing everybody's mind. And it's a great feeling.
I think much could beat you now.
No.
You got the floating forever trophy. You got the floating trophy there. Listen, I know these little girls who's be doing free dancing and wonder what muffins. They be dreaming of what you bring in.
But you see, it's a difficult category because they call it free dancing, but then I'm also a cloth wearer.
Right.
And so I think that's where the confusion comes in. And so.
But remember, each group have so many cloth numbers.
Yes.
And so I don't think that should be a problem with you having a number on you, because you're the leader, number one of an executive. And with that free dance, anyhow, I'm glad you don't go in it too much, because ain't nobody ready for you.
No.
But right there, ain't nobody ready.
No. She is beautiful every
And listen, y'all, Teddy's be stupid too now. I don't want y'all to sleep on that. Don't sleep on Teddy, and listen, I used to be playing photographer. As I come up in your face, and when I say, come John, smile, keep still, because my camera can't take a moving picture. Keep still. I say, stand still, I gotta get your picture, girl. You know, them cars is just be slapping you. I think one of the good things about costuming, the visual effect. Okay, that's supposed to wake you up. You stand down.
The way I see it, you have to see it before you even start it. You have to see the finished product before you begin.
Yes.
And that's one thing about women. Women are creative beings. I'm sure we are all HGTV queens.
Hi there.
I'm telling you, we can design and decorate our homes. But the thing about it is, the reason why women are so beautiful, and if you would really look at who are the off-the-shoulder winners. If you look at...
I never seen no woman win off the shoulder. My bad.
Hello, I'll call you this way.
Sorry, Kenny.
Okay.
Sorry, I take that back.
Thank you.
I take that back.
And needless to say, we have our own Kira. She rushed this summer festival, and she was the summer festival queen.
Shakira was supposed to be here, but she had to do a little something, because I talked to her too, but she had a little something to do.
Yes, so I know, because I echo your same sentiments. I just wait to see certain women on Bay Street, and it's so amazing to see what they come up with, because you can imagine what she really has inside, because what's inside is really what we bring out on the outside, and it manifests in that way, and that's what we want everybody to understand. When we ride past and we see a nice manicured lawn, when we ride past and we see a nice beautiful home, a lot of that is the female taste. So why, I don't know why there's a stigma, going back to the other segment, where you can't appreciate a female's point of view. You can't appreciate a female's creativity, because there is second to none. When you see a woman touch something, it becomes beautiful.
Beautiful. And listen, folks, I always tease Angelique with these lashes. You know, she got me, I had to put on these tonight. So anyhow, Angelique, this gal bought the costume and too. I want you to sleep on Angie now. And she say, hey, Shammy, I come in to bust them up. Angie, what you saying, girl?
360 is all.
360 all day. All day. And not like, hey, hold on. Don't just leave that for Ross and Square, you know, because it's coming through.
Yes.
It's coming through.
The minute my costume goes on my shoulder, the level of excitement through the roof.
Feel it in your belly.
Listen, when you get to George Street, and you hear the rolling thunder of the drums. Well, first you catch the scent, but when you get the rolling thunder of the drums, and they say we coming through, open the gate, line up. Then they say, gentlemen, ladies, it's time to pray. You know, you gotta pray.
Right.
But when you hear that fanfare, that kick over.
Get over.
Yeah.
It over.
Listen, the saxons
Listen,
coming.
listen,
The saxons
what I'm
coming.
saying.
Y'all coming to
All
kill.
that needs to be
Oh, y'all coming too. Yeah, y'all coming too. Y'all coming.
Feel it.
Yeah, y'all coming.
It's feel it.
You feel
Nothing
it.
like that.
Junkanoo is a feeling.
It's a feeling.
Yes.
Lord of mercy. Listen.
I equate it to sex.
Anyway, let me tell you all now.
Good.
Colors.
Hello.
Colors group is known for colors.
Yes.
Listen to me. These people is spunky with neon orange and I be like, Jesus, I'm thinking with these colors this morning. And you know, I always love to see their choreographed girls with those colors. They always a step out the box. Isha, colors, tell us what you're, come on, listen.
Boy, listen, we try to, I am very happy that Genesis, we hung up this one too. I'm very happy that they are here.
Yes.
Because this is giving us a new fire. We have always come with the anticipation to beat ourselves from last year. So every year we try to reconceptualize what we're doing. But this year, this is very exciting. Especially exciting for me being the choreograph section leader and thinking out of the box with colors, especially with the undergarments. So, I mean, like the same thing with Muff said, you have to look at the costume and see the finished product before you actually start building it. Look at that piece of paper and see that pencil.
Y'all just stay in
Quiche.
Yeah, let me tell you, stay in B.
Let me tell you
These two on competition. Genesis and colors, they the house.
You always get ready for Pulse 2.0.
You hear that?
Because
They didn't start warring.
we bringing in.
They warring already.
We done having the
How long you know me?
I know we love each other from the long time.
Anyways, listen.
2.0. Pulse 2.0.
Talk about.
Let's hear what Teddy have to say.
There's a key thing to talk about when it comes to costuming when you think about women in Junkanoo.
Yeah.
Because there is one area where it is extremely hard to infiltrate, and that is costume building and design.
Yes, for women. Especially
Whenever
for
you
women.
look at a costume committee in a Junkanoo group, A, B, I don't care what category they're in.
Right.
If you find females on that costume committee, you are doing well in that group.
Yeah.
Yes.
And those women are extremely talented. In groups, we actually have graphic artists, we have costume. Muff actually inspired me to step out of the choreograph section and to try to bring to life some of the ideas that I had about costuming. I am proud to say I am an integral part of costume and design for Roots Junkanoo Group, because there's so many females in Junkanoo now and men don't conceptualize a look that is appropriate for us and works for us. The difficulty that we have as females is that we want to perform, but we still want this beautiful costume.
Right.
And there's an incongruity because you have difficulty gaining the two out of the costume, you know? But we're fighting together, and with our insight, we're getting closer and closer to it. So you see beautiful costumes come out now, like Muffin, like the ladies in choreography, and it's something that they can still perform extremely well in, that I can have a wild time in the road in, you know?
But anyhow, I want you guys, my viewing audience, to go to Facebook and join the Junkanoo Rush page. I was posting out there to let you know that we'll be coming up to the practices, and we want you to go online, watch your group, vote for your group, because at the end of the show, whichever group gets the most likes, we will run you at the end of the show with our credits. This one,
Over.
but I ain't say over yet.
Over.
But this one could be long. This one could be long. I better make sure I don't have on no ice, you know. I gotta have on flats.
No.
Because I can be up in everybody's face.
No.
So guess what?
No.
I can let you know right now. FIE Junkanoo Rush will be in your belly.
Amen.
Hello?
Amen.
Feel it in your belly.